Welcome back to our weekly series called Ask Me Anything. Each week I answer one of your questions. If you want to ask me something for next week, leave it below. But this week I had a fantastic question and it asked, Brian, do you miss your job in banking? And funny enough, I am right here in front of my former company called ICAP PLC, where I worked for 9 years in the banking world. And it's a great question and it's hard to answer simply. Do I miss banking? Well, I used to tell people I miss the money, and I do miss the steady cash flow, sometimes large portions of, but I don't miss the work because I found that it wasn't creative anymore, and it wasn't stimulating me, and I wasn't really building anything or a community, and so I don't miss the work itself. I have to say, when I first started in banking, I loved it. You know, I was supposed to be a mechanical engineer, and when I was at MIT, I studied that, and I worked for Ford Motor Company, and I worked for the Aerospace Corporation in Los Angeles. But as soon as I got interested in finance, I switched. I went to the Sloan Business School, and I studied options pricing theory, and I remember learning calls and put options with my good buddy Anup Bagaria, who went on to work for Bruce Wasserstein. And I remember us finally figuring out what a call option was in one of these like old dark classrooms at MIT that feel like they're out of something out of like the 1800s. And it finally clicked and we were like, holy shit, that's what a call and a put is. And it was just something so exciting to me. And so when I went to trade on Wall Street at Bankers Trust in 1993, and they gave me a phone that went to the Futures Exchange, and I could trade government bonds and 30-year swaps, I just thought it was the coolest shit ever, and it always will be. And so I have a big love for that. And I respect guys that work in the city and work in investment banking. You know, it's not like they're just a bunch of idiots that just make a lot of money. You know, they do a job and they get paid a decent wage for what they do. So I don't miss that. But it's like any big corporation. You know, once you start doing it, you get to a point where it's something called the innovator's dilemma, where the company can't innovate because it kills its own market share, and then the job can get kind of boring. And that's why I do the tech show, because it's about entrepreneurs and startups, and it's just fun that way. And so I guess this is a long way of answering the question, but I love doing my own thing. I love being able to decide where I want to go. I'm really bad, I think, at working for people, and I really hate doing shit I don't want to do. So yeah, do I miss banking? I guess I don't, but I respect it more than I used to. And now when I get emails from young men and women who say, Brian, should I go into investment banking? I say, yeah, sure, go for it. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn how to be responsible. You're going to learn what it's like to be prepared, to show up on time, to be a fucking professional. And you can't always learn that stuff when you're working for yourself. So I do think there's value there. I also think that you don't want to stay there forever, or you can turn into kind of one of these walking zombies that you see around here that just don't know why they're doing what they're doing, that are making £1 million a year and are broke. Yes, I know guys like that. You know, they got 2 houses and 3 kids in private school and an ex-wife they're paying for, and they just can't afford it, and they don't know why they're working anymore. So, you know, that happens too. So, but I don't hate on bankers. I think people are silly that do. These guys do a complex job, and if someone would do it cheaper, then they would, and then the market price would drop. So there you go. That's a long-winded answer of do I miss banking? Will I ever go back to banking? Most likely not. I'll be honest, my first year or two at London Real, I was like, Jesus, I don't have to go back. But now I think I'm going to try to weather out the storm and keep doing what I'm doing, because I really love it. I get so much unquantifiable wealth from my current job as founder and host of London Real. It's really hard to explain the love I get from you guys and how it just boosts me up and just makes me continue doing what I do. So there's a long about answer. If you want to hear more about my history in banking, you can watch my episode Becoming London Real, which is when Mr. Sully Breaks, my man, interviews me, and I talk all about my Wall Street career and a bunch of other personal things about myself. So check that out. I hope you enjoyed this. Ask me anything. Please click on the link below and subscribe, and leave a question below, and I'll answer it next week on our AMA series. That's it. I'm out.